This is Rohan. He spends his nights in the cold glow of a smartphone, trapped in a loop of scrolling that never quite ends. He feels entirely isolated, convinced that he is the only person the universe has singled out for failure. He constantly chooses the comfort of easy distractions, but it's a trap. While his peers move forward, this pursuit of easy dopamine leaves him exhausted, miserable, and stuck in the same place he was a year ago. Desperate for a change, he visits a teacher to complain about his terrible luck. He insists that he is alone in his struggles, carrying a burden that no one else can understand. The teacher gives him a different diagnosis. Rohan isn't alone at all. He is being crushed by an invisible crowd. This crowd is made up of his past regrets, his lazy habits, and the endless excuses he uses to avoid taking action. To find any real agency, Rohan has to drop that crowd. He must stop playing the victim and take control by mastering 4 specific principles of human behavior. The first principle is the expiration of time. Every single morning, the universe deposits exactly 86,400 seconds directly into your account. These seconds are non-refundable. At midnight, any time you didn't use simply evaporates. Successful people don't view time as an infinite resource, but as a rapidly depreciating currency. Warren Buffett built his wealth not just through smart trades, but through a meticulous valuation of every hour in his day. But the world is engineered to steal that currency. Ancient Roman leaders used bread and circuses, free food and games to distract populations from larger issues. Today, the circus is in your pocket, designed to keep you passive and scrolling. The solution is time boxing. This moves you away from a vague to-do list and toward a structured reality where you assign specific time blocks to your most important tasks and refuse to let distractions break them. Mastering your time isn't about looking busy. It is about treating your hours as capital investments that must yield a clear, tangible return in your life. Consider a beggar who stays poor because his only interaction with the world is asking for things. This is law 2, the shift from demanding to providing. Real progress starts when you adopt a merchant mindset. Like the beggar who begins picking flowers to offer passengers in exchange for coins, you must offer the world something of value before you can expect anything in return. The most effective way to provide that value is the third law, the continuous development of your own mind, body, and skill sets. Daily self-investment is the most reliable economic action you can take. This requires a framework of learn, apply, and repeat. Consuming information without application is mere entertainment. The loop only works when the lesson turns into action. As this repeats, your growth compounds, reflecting the actionable value you bring to the marketplace. The biggest obstacle to that growth is Law 4, the myth of motivation. If you wait for a burst of inspiration before you start working, you are leaving your future to chance. Progress depends on discipline, the engine that keeps running even when your mind begs for comfort. Discipline doesn't care how you feel, it only cares about the commitment you made. Consistently repeating these difficult actions eventually changes who you are. By choosing the hard task over the easy distraction, you shift your identity from someone who is fragile to someone who is dependable. Discipline is the only reliable path between the life you have and the life you actually want to build. As Rohan tries to live by these laws, his mind rebels. He is hit with anxiety and intrusive memories of his past failures, the invisible crowd trying to pull him back into his old patterns. He manages this by anchoring himself in the present. By using his breath to stay focused on the current moment, he is able to cut through the noise and friction of his own thoughts. This leads to total awareness, a state where the gap between physical actions and mental focus disappears, replacing internal tension with steady movement. Rohan systematically outpaces his peers. Progress is no longer luck, but the byproduct of routine, refusing to waste his seconds. Taking absolute ownership of your mind and your seconds is the only guaranteed way to build